And then came the show, the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition with Chris Powell. They had auditions and I remember the year because everything happened that year. It was April of 2013, and me and a couple of girlfriends, they drove with me to Austin, and we had to go to an LA Fitness, and I stood in what I call cattle call. It was like hundreds of people, and I made it to the next round. And I was already teaching at Highlands Junior. So then they wanted me to come back the next day. Well, I had not done my money to stay an extra night and do all of that. So I drove back home. They ended up calling. Had to go back the next day. Went back the next day. They told me that I was in a very large suite at a hotel, and they want you to get down in your underwear, kind of like you see on TV. You stand, you do the little turnaround thing. They had all their equipment. They interviewed me on a couch, told me that I was really fitting their what they were looking for that season. Then they said you might want to go ahead and, since you're a teacher, and start having an open conversation with your principal, because if you make it to the next round, you're going to go to LA the last week of school and you won't be there. And so I was so excited because I thought they're telling me all this. So then I started getting these emails from the producers, and they want me to make these. I made all these videos, answered all these questions. It took me a lot of time, and they were very specific about editing, and I knew nothing about videos and all this. And so I'm sending them to me, and we're in constant communication for several weeks. And then they tell me, the next email you get from us will be about your flight and all of that, and we're looking forward to seeing you again, and just get ready because it's probably going to happen. These were very positive emails. So I'm thinking, oh, this is it. And I'm so excited. I'm telling everybody. I mean, I was told I could share it. I go tell Mr. Foxworth, my principal, and the last week of school, that Monday, I got an email that they were going another direction and that they really appreciated me and they would look at me for future productions, and that I had a great personality, just a little sugar. I call it sandwiching. Real nice something, give you the bad news, and then finish it off with something nice. And so that was May of 2013, and I was done. I was like, to me, if you have done pills, you've done exercising, and you've gone all the way to TV, and you haven't lost weight, I'm done. Got a blood clot in my lung, thought I was going to die, and all of that together was like this big wake-up call. I'm not even 30, blood clot in my lung, or I was 30, and it's starting to affect my health. It was at the Wetland Center, I was feeling like I couldn't do my job anymore, and I'd never felt like that. If you talk to any of my friends, they would say, God, Sarah could outdo any of us. But I was always wanting to push myself to the limit because I didn't want anybody to say she couldn't do it because she was fat. That was like a big issue for me. So anyways, all that being said, I finally decided I'm just going to have weight loss surgery. And so October 21st of 2013, so this all happened, within several months of one another, I went and had the gastric sleeve. I went from 352 pounds in October of 21st, and within 18 months, I was all the way down to 199, so I lost 153 pounds. I hadn't weighed 199 since I was probably in 5th grade. So even though that's still obese on the scale, it really changed everything. I was no longer on blood pressure medicines. I was feeling, there's a saying, you don't know how bad you feel till you feel good. I didn't realize how awful I felt on a day-to-day basis till all this weight just started coming off. And it really changed everything.